Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So I'm going to show you how I've made this sweet Valentine's card using my 6x6 flip card die set. So you just pull the side and then it will reveal these other images. You've got the camera there and the love letters. And then this one I've actually turned into a tent style card. So you could write your message on the back, you could not have this and just write your message inside like a normal tent fold, or you could have a little message there. So you've got, you know, quite a few places, but when that one is opened up, you'll see there it stands and can be displayed. It's a really fun style, this one. So I'll just show you some other ones that I've got. We've got this fun one here with my sister. This one I've got pulling out from the left because you can have it either side. So this is a birthday one. Then we have this one here. Love the papers. We've got this one, which is a travel themed. We've got my beautiful nephew, Charlie. Love this one. It's a great for a scrapbook layout, I think, that one. Or a mini album. Got a new baby one here. See how that one works. I've used the Let's Celebrate from one of my past stamp sets there, and that's actually a Card Making Magic sentiment dice. I thought it worked really well with this one. And then we've got one here if you've passed your driving test or you know someone, and you've got that style as well. So this is the 6x6 paper pad. It's the Photo Fun paper pad. Love the colours in this one. It all matches my branding. You've got the different cameras, which are the same as the dies in the set, so everything matches. Then you have the Polaroid frames. You've got a really nice bokeh style there, or bokeh style, and you've got the camera roll, film strip, and then you've got the stripes, and then it goes back again. So I've already been using this, which is why it was a little bit out of order there. And I've got the dies. So these are the frame dies. That's the die set there, fabulous frames. And then I'm using the 6x6 main die set. So we'll start with this one. So I've already die cut everything out, but I'll just tell you what they all do. So this one here, you can see I've die cut in the holographic card, which is for the top, and you can see the emboss pull really works lovely on the mirrored card. So that's the top, and then I've die cut another one for the bottom in the colour that kind of matches the card. You don't see this, but it was actually one that I had spare, so I'm just going to use that one. So I'm going to stick that on top of there. We're using the clear Calcott construction glue because that's going to make everything nice and strong. And then also in the set, you get your flip pages or frames. So this one here has two, so you just die cut this twice. You've got your 4 frames, and then I like to just go over the embossed line that it does here on my scoreboard. So I've just gone back over that just so it's a bit stronger. Just makes it easier for you to fold, or you could lay a ruler down next to it and just kind of fold it against that just so you get a nice fold. You want to fold it in both directions, and you want to fold these as well. So just fold them over like so, and then that one, and then that one, and just do that on the other piece. Okay, so we've got those 2 pieces in the frame. The paper I've used is this design, and I've cut that to 5 3/4 squared, and that's going to go on my 6x6 card blank like so. Top folds work better with this one because there's obviously a weight. If it's a side fold, it may topple forward. You just have to really open it up. So I find the tent fold works much better. And also you could, if you wanted to, I might show you later, but you could add a stopper. So this becomes a true tent style card, and then you can have your sentiment on the inside of on the card when you flip it open. But we'll talk about that in more detail in a moment. So I've done those ones, and then you do also get your frame, which is, I've misplaced it, the little square frame, which is this one here with the polka dots. You get that one inside there as well. But for the frame today, I've used from this set because it's going to be a Valentine's card. So I've taken this one here, and we're going to use that one next. Oh, there it is. It came out without me knowing. There's your polka dot one, which you would have seen in the samples that I shared earlier. Go through the stamps in a moment. So what I've got here is a photo of my mum and dad. In fact, these are all photos of my parents because my mum will probably pinch this card and use it as a Valentine's Day card. Although she's a card maker, so she'll probably still make her own, but I'll probably give it to them just to say, you know, thank you and I love you and that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I've done the photo here. I've just printed it onto cardstock. I haven't printed it onto photo paper because these are samples. I've just been printing, you know, pictures off quickly. But they've worked really well actually, so I'm still pleased with them. But if you've got your photo paper, then use that so you've got that kind of luster finish, the shine, whatever you want. Now the size of these, the photos, I've done as, I think that's 5 centimetres. Let's have a little look here. I do 5 by 5, okay, because each frame's obviously different. So for example, if I was to bring in this one here, because they cut the inside and the outside. So if you were to cut that now, it would just give you, I've got a spare one here, it would give you this effect here. So it cuts that. Then you would cut it again to get your image, and then you'd paper piece it inside. So you can do a lot with them. So when this one cuts, this is what it will look like. So this will come out, and then that one there. So we can get rid of that. So that's what we've got cut. Now if you cut it in a mirrored card, you'll get this lovely details. You get the stitch detail around the heart embossed, and all of the little dots there as well. But what I'm going to do instead is, in this set here with the sentiments, these hearts will fit this frame. So taking it out, it's actually one stamp, but I've cut them apart. You can just piece them back together if you want, but they're actually a lot easier to use when they're on their own. So I've got myself my stamping block here. And the ink that I've used is the Fuchsia Quick Dry Harmony, and that worked well with the paper pad. So first of all, just ink this one up here, and I'm going to lean over here just so I can line that up. You see that stamps nicely into the middle there. And then I'm going to take the stitch one, because that's the one that fits better. And again, I'm just going to do this one down here first. There we go. So then we've got our hearts. And then I went and coloured those in with the same ink pad. And the easiest way to do that is if you just squeeze the lid. So you've got a lot of the pigment on the top there. And then I've just got a little stamping block here. Just going to spray a little water onto there. Load up my brush with the colour. That might be enough for you to just go straight in, but I like to just add a little bit of the water there, not too much because you don't want it to warp your card, and then just fill in the heart there. And you could heat emboss this as well if you wanted to. I think that would look lovely. If I get a bit more of the darker colour there, I've just done like a little bit of shading just on the one side there of the hearts. I mean, that takes seconds to dry, so you can, you know, go straight on and finish the card. You don't really have to wait for it to dry, like so. And that's what I did on there. And then I've stamped, you know, the same kind of hearts, and I've just coloured all these in just to keep it all matching together. But that's how you can get that effect. Or like I said, if you use the holographic card, then you've got it all embossed as well. So that's everything explained with the frames. So I've then die cut the photo, which you saw, but you want to keep that little corner piece there as well. If I just turn that one over, there we go. We want to keep that one as well, because you're going to paper piece that one back in. So we're going to have that one there. So this is when my mum and dad were very young, and I can't remember where they said they were with that photo. So that's before I was even born, I think. So long time ago. And then these are obviously more recent. I think that's the most recent one. So I've got my frame stuck down, pattern papers on the card blank. Then you want to decide if you want it to pull from the left, like this one, or you can have it pull from the right. Entirely up to you, no right or wrong. So let's do this one from the right, just because then it's a bit different. So I'm going to take one of these first of all, and I'm going to use my quick grab glue, and you want to add your glue on these 3 sections here. Okay, I'll get rid of this so we can just see where I'm working. And you want to stick this down so that there's a little gap between the end of this, the edge here, and this frame. And then they will all fit, but it needs to have that little bit of clearance so that it can flip out and move, but it will hide perfectly under there. So if I just flip that over there, you can see it's the same colour, but you can see that perfectly fits within this thickness or width of the frame, and these pieces perfectly line up. Okay, this one is going to fold in, so don't worry that it's overhanging. This one you fold slightly differently to the 5x7, and then you're going to do the same with this one here. So again, just pop the glue on there, pop it in the same orientation, and just give yourself a tiny little gap, about 1 millimeter or 2, just to make sure it's got room to move out, and then let that grab. If you ever get any glue on your mirrored card, just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, spray it on a little bit of paper towel, and it will just come straight off. It's the best way to clear up, you know, any sticky marks that you have. Like so. And if you get it on the card, it will just evaporate, so don't worry about that. Okay, so mine's going to be this way. I've got my top folding card, so make sure that's folded in the right way. You then want to fold these tabs over, so now everything is concealed within that main 6x6 frame, and you're going to add the glue to this side here. If you want to burnish them so they're folded right over, you can do, but now I would focus on for me, the holographic frame. You want to get that so it's got a nice frame around this piece, but kind of slide it down so that those folds stay folded over. So now I'm just sitting it down, so it's going to cover the pattern paper, but you're going to see it when you lift it. But you want to make sure that those folded pieces obviously fold under, so if you want to burnish it a bit more, you can. Just give that a minute to dry. You can see they've all stuck down inside there. If you want to go in, just burnish them a little bit more, you can get in there with your bone folder. Just make sure that glue is nice and secure, and then you can open up the card. You can see that's going to stand open. I'm just going to now burnish it on this side, and that will help everything kind of lay a bit flatter. But once this goes in the envelope and stuff, that's going to flatten it some more anyway. Okay, so now we can start decorating it. So I'm just going to have a play around with the ones. I want that one on the very front, the oldest picture. Don't let me lose that little bit there. So I think I'll have that one, and then we just click. And then every picture tells a story. Will go there. So that's going to be the front. Then when we open it, I'm going to pop those 4 along with that little bit there as well. And I've got the other bit there that I need to keep. So I'm going to stick those all down first. So that's the front stuck down. Then on the back, I've got the couple in the deck chair, the other photo of mum and dad, which I think I'll pop there. Remember the good times and happy memories. And then I've got these bits and pieces to decorate here in a minute. So we'll get that stuck down next. Okay, so now we've got that. I think it looks really cool. I love that a lot. And then I've got the love letters. These are perfect for my mum and dad because my dad is an ex-military man, and when he was away serving, he would send obviously endless letters to my mum, and she has all of her letters wrapped up in ribbon in a wooden box. And it's the one thing she said, that when she dies, she wants all of her love letters with her. And it chokes me up a little bit when I say that, but I just think it's lovely. So I saw these and I thought they're going to be perfect for this. I'm going to stick these 3 together, just pop a little bit of glue there, and then just kind of tack those into place like that. And then I can just pop a little glue on the back there and have those about there. So you could write your message here if you want, or you can move that down a little bit more actually, or you can write it inside. Like I said, I think I'm gonna turn this one into a tent style. So yeah, and then we'll have that one. I might stick that with a little bit of foam actually, just a foam dot on the back there, just to hold that in place. There we go. I think that looks lovely. And then I'm going to turn this into a tent fold, because you could, like I said, write the message here, have it on the very back or inside, but I'm going to seal it, and that just ensures that it does stand and stay, you know, upright. So this is a piece of 3x6. Along the 3-inch side, just score it 1/2 inch, 1.5 and 2.5, and you're just going to do a mountain, valley, and then a mountain, like so. And then we're going to add glue to the sides here and stick that inside the bottom of the card. So I'm going to use I'm going to use the quick grab for this one. So I'm just going to run it along there, open up my card and stick this down. So you want the folded side running along the edge of the card there. Like so. You can just squeeze that down so you can see how that's all hidden inside. And then some more glue along there. And then just lay that all flat. And now when the card opens, you can see you've got that tent style. And then when that's open, like so, it will hold your card. Like I said, it holds it anyway, but you find if you do tent style, you have to just open it up a bit more. But yeah, isn't that just adorable? It's such a sweet card. I will probably mat and layer the back, so a piece of 5 3/4 squared and then 5.5 squared. If you want to do a mat and a layer, you can stamp a nice sentiment on the back there, or you can just write a few words just there. But I think that's adorable. I'm tempted to maybe just see if I've got any hearts in my stash and maybe pop a heart in the middle there, but otherwise I think that looks really lovely. So I'll just bring in again some of the others that I shared at the beginning. So you've got this one here, which opens from the left. Lovely travel themed one there. This one of my sister. Beautiful Charlie. And then this one using the characters. Love that one. Love the paper on this one. It's one of my favourites. Lovely new baby. And then one for someone who's passed their driving test. So there is how to put together the 6x6 flip cards. Absolutely love these. Can't wait to share more mini album ideas, scrapbook layouts, and all that kind of good stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Everything I've used today will be shared in the description box below, and I'll be back again very soon with more tutorials. Take care. Bye.